Hello.
What's good, Hollywood?
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the super serious science show where we're going to use like science and chemistry and algebra and mathematics and science words.
Science words. Hey, Bree, what is this called? What is this show called?
Super serious science show.
Wow. And we are so excited because although Kari is not here, we do have Jeff here. Hot Jeff is here, and I'm really excited. I'm disappointed that he's not shirtless, but you know, I'll take what I can get.
You don't want to see this shirtless.
I do so badly.
You know, Kari's out exploring America, so I figure I'll let you all know I'm actually over in the UK myself.
Perfect. It's like you guys swap places, like on Star Trek or something.
This here's the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, it's beautiful. It lights up at night, right?
Great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. That's where they keep Big Ben. He's a giant.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Twitchland out there. We love you.
We do love.
Bree, did you get your headphones working again? You look confused and concerned.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh, there you are. You were
I have
confused.
to stop. I have to stop doing that thing where I did this on Tuesday. I just like press on my ears. Like it's just, I don't know why. I just want to like press down like that. And then it,
and you
like,
turn them off.
Next. I don't even know how it happens, but my bad.
My bad.
I hope I didn't miss anything too insane. I'm so happy that we have Jeff, Mr. Recon here. It's going to be so great to have you. We actually haven't really had a guest other than Enzo on the show.
Yeah. The super serious science show, since we changed it from butt stuff. We went from guests all the time to absolutely no guests.
I'm here in London.
I'm super excited that Jeff is here because finally, for the first time that I've been here, we have another veteran and somebody who is full of as much rage as I am.
I didn't know that was possible.
You know what it is? Me and Bree have this strange attraction to white men, I believe is what it is. And we just keep collecting them. We keep trying to have Jeff come over here. We're like, Jeff, hang out with us more.
Where?
And so I feel
Here's
like Tony,
Whitey.
Of course, Tony connects because he also connects with Bobby. He's like, oh, yeah, these are my people. We're just collecting all these men who are very similar archetypes that we're obsessed with.
What you don't know is I'm collecting bitches.
You're collecting small little
like
Jewish
us.
women.
Yes. That is my
I'm collecting debt.
Love.
Oh, sorry.
Me too.
Hey, there's a new show on Netflix about how to make it's like rich money or rich life or whatever. And it was very eye-opening. I have to watch the rest of it. But for anyone out there that is in debt, you should watch the show. I know that's a bit of a sidetrack, but
That's like everybody. If you're in debt, you should watch a super serious science show because we will tell you how to not get out of it.
For $19.99 a month, we will show you the steps to how to get rid of your credit card debt.
I only have maybe like $50 to pay on a credit card. Other than that, no debt for me.
Wow, look at you. Wow. I owe maybe $2,000 more on my auto loan, and I'm almost at the end of it, and that's pretty much it.
Oh, I lied.
You have your car.
I have my car.
Yeah.
Damn,
Most Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Not me, though. I'm living super chat to super chat.
I love that. Super chat.
I am living from my husband's paycheck to my husband's paycheck.
Oh, God. I need to get one of them.
For real.
We are clearly not living super chat to super chat here.
No, absolutely not.
Because we are shadow banned and the internet doesn't like the words that we say.
We don't even make enough to support our Canva accounts or our
literally
accounts.
Or our website that's $300 a year.
Is that why it just didn't pop right now when I just was flashed my front page?
Did you disconnect? You're still there.
Oh no, here it is. Okay, never mind. I was like wondering why I couldn't see your YouTube channel on my YouTube, and now I see it there. Sorry, I thought
Okay,
that's what you were
perfect.
talking
Like,
about.
oh, they didn't pay their bills.
Oh, you really didn't pay your bills.
We just didn't pay our
Before
bills.
we get started, I feel like we do have to do something.
All right, let's get fucking serious.
Oh, thank you, Dad.
Boom! Dirty
very
Mike
much.
steps up. Well done, Dirty Mike.
Ooh, thanks to everybody. Dirty
Thank
Mike,
you.
Pinzer, Dirty Mike again.
That's awesome.
YouTube channel. Al Gray, what's
sweet.
going
Did I
on?
miss you? I'm
Simon
sorry.
Fly.
I didn't see it. It has not come through.
Operation shutdown.
Yeah, also because like YouTube is just crazy and takes what, 30%, 40%?
30-40%. Yeah. So here's the thing that sucks about YouTube. They only take, I think, like 10% if it's a small amount. But the minute something's over $50, that's when they take like 40% of it. They're like, fuck you. You can't have
Can
that
you
money.
imagine how much money YouTube makes off of Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast has like
Oh, I'm sure.
over
Tons.
hundreds of millions.
I don't know who
of
that is.
Is that some
But-
sort of cryptid hybrid? Oh,
Yes, absolutely.
Like it.
Okay, why do I know who Mr. Beast is and Bree doesn't?
Because
Mr.
Bree's not really like a YouTube girly like that.
No, but
And I feel like Mr. Beast is more for kids and old white men. Because Corey knows who
I
he
am
is.
neither.
Did you just
Corey
fucking call
watches.
me old?
Yeah, an old boomer white man.
There you go. It looks like
Here we fucking go. again.
Brassel
we
really
go.
wants a
A hate
crime.
crime. Do we
Hate
have a
crime.
hate
I don't
crime
remember
in
what it
here?
was for.
Do we
Did
have
we
a
do
hate?
something bad?
Yeah, we do. It's because Bree just called you both you motherfuckers just called me old fucking white people.
Real quick. Hey, I wanted to show you guys this painting I'm working on.
Okay,
Check it
please
out.
do. Oh, it's beautiful.
Wow.
Wow, how cool, huh? I'm the worst at fucking. Anyway,
Yeah, when Bree shows that. Happy 420, everybody. I thought we forgot to say that.
that symbolizes Christ.
Christ.
Oh my god, stop. There's that
So
one
did-
book or whatever that came out. I don't know the full thing. This is very uninformed of me, but there's that book that came out, like the Bellados one, where it's like they're trying to say that Jesus was an alien, or the alien they talked to was God. I don't know, some wild shit. And I was like, oh no, we're going down the religious path.
Sounds
Okay,
like-
so that sounds perfect to start off our show today, because I came across this and was like, excuse me, what?
For
This
$500,
actually a
I will
mushroom?
gladly show you my boobs.
It may
not
sound
on
like a
YouTube, though.
far-fetched idea, but the Jesus as mushroom theory suggests
I think we have to rewind because someone was talking.
I'll give you.
Sorry.
was Jesus actually a mushroom? It may sound like a far-fetched idea, but the Jesus as mushroom theory suggests that the stories of Jesus in the Bible were not meant to be taken literally, but rather as a metaphorical representation of the transformative experiences that can occur when ingesting psychedelic mushrooms. While the theory is controversial and not widely accepted among scholars, it highlights the long history of the use of psychedelic substances in religious and spiritual practices and the enduring fascination with the connection between altered states of consciousness and the divine.
Very interesting. Let's
I've
hear the
actually-
thoughts.
I've been hearing a lot about stuff like that on TikTok. I'm on like religious-y TikTok kind of lately, and it's interesting the different theories that are out there. Like one of them was like it was saying in the beginning, how like the Bible's more of just like it's not supposed to be literal. It's meant to be like interpreted, and like it's not real factual events that happened. It's these like passed down stories that happen, and Jesus is more like an archetype of a character that is like the main character of the book kind of a thing, and not an actual human being or person.
Right. So I've looked into this. The
You did?
effect. Yes, I actually did.
Jesus is a mushroom thing?
Yes. The effects
Damn.
of psilocybin on the human psyche,
Mhm.
which is incredible, because
Did you say psilocybin? Did you just say cyclical-bigalin?
Mhm.
If this was on
Bree,
Bobby's
I
Crypto
will-
Corner, you would have to drink.
For
I
sure.
will drive. I have a Sprite. I will drive.
Okay, sorry.
Anyways, so the effects of this chemical on consciousness is insane, right? So like a ape accidentally, what this is saying is an ape accidentally ate a mushroom and then had like an explosion of thought and self-awareness.
Mm.
Is that really something that we can say isn't plausible? I think this is extremely plausible.
I would say
Because-
plausible. I would say plausible.
Jeff,
Because
let's hear
you-
from you. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm still getting to the point. So if you eat mushrooms, are you eating Jesus? I don't get like what the hell is going on here. Is this?
Oh shit. Okay, so
No, if you eat bread, you eat Jesus.
yeah, but maybe in
Giving
this case it was
apes-
meant to be mushrooms.
Well, that's actually a very interesting perspective because I watched a video where it was like an older woman and they were asking if she had ever done LSD. And she said, yes, I did LSD a few times. And then after like 3 times, I realized it wasn't the LSD, it was me. And I just opened up to life completely. And it absolutely, completely changed me on a spiritual level and made me realize how absolutely small we are and how much bigger everything is out there. You know what video I'm talking about, Brie?
Yep, the older
Mhm.
woman.
Yep.
I just Googled something, and it's called a wild monkey chase, but it's actually about apes. Apparently, this guy did this experiment when he went somewhere, and he of La Honda, wherever the hell that is, and he
Mexico.
gave the Mexico. He gave
Yeah, I'm
these
pretty
apes. He gave these apes LSD. And apparently, some of them are still roaming the wilderness. They're out there thinking.
They're thinking on their
Oh my
own.
God. What if it just like doesn't wear off like it does for humans and it lasts for like years and they just have
Or what
apes
if it's
tripping in,
super
like,
yeah
for days?
traumatizing to them because it's not something their brains can handle?
Well, that's where you have to understand the difference between animals and what we consider ourselves as like sentient beings, where animals are eat, kill, fuck. That's like
That still sounds like humans, to be honest, especially nowadays.
Well,
It
that's
is.
kind of the argument about humans is like people say, oh, we have animal instincts, but we are animals at the end of the day. The only thing that makes us different from quote unquote animals is the fact that we're conscious.
I think animals are conscious, though.
So do I.
Like
I hate when people
I
make that
think
argument that they're
most-
not.
Yeah, no, I agree, Jeff. I think most animals are conscious in to a rate where it's alarming because I spend a lot of time with cows and what we consider cattle. And sometimes when I'm eating a steak, I'm just like, I know
Okay.
this animal is
This poor
self-aware.
dad.
Do you want to hear
He's out there
something?
like, I had kids.
After I did dimethyltryptamine a bunch, it still happens. I just was saying this like just the other day. I was like, I ate like lunch meat, and I was like, there's just something so weird about eating like loose meat in my mouth. It's just like I don't like eating like a corpse. Like, I'm like still an animal that is aware
Yeah.
of what it did, and I'm just like.
Though
Dude, and,
I'm the same way. There was a time where I couldn't eat meat off of the bone because I just I imagined like an arm that I was like biting into, and I was like through all like the veins and the muscle, and I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good off of that.
No,
I can do
that's
it now, but for a while, yeah, I wasn't into it.
Jamie, that's a real thing. I have a friend, his wife is all for
Not
eating
yet.
steak and everything else like that, but if you attach a fucking bone to that meat, like if I tried to serve her a cowboy steak with
Or like
the
a
rib
tomahawk or
bone,
something, yeah.
yeah, tomahawk attached, absolutely not. If I cut the bone off, great, best
Yeah.
fucking.
Well,
And
That
that's that's a psychology behind eating food.
It's so funny that you say that because now you have 2 friends that are like that. You know, I finally get to meet Kari in person. Kari and Darcy will be staying at my parents' house next week. And so my dad's like, what do they like to eat? I want to like barbecue for them. And I'm like, yeah, barbecue. And so I asked Kari, and Kari said, anything but no meat on the bone. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? That was actually the first time I ever heard of that. And I was like, okay, I'll cut the meat off the bone for you, and then you can eat it. 'Cause it just doesn't make sense. I'm like,
No,
Well,
it
it
does
doesn't.
though. It does, but no, it does. As someone who used to not be able to eat it and is fine with it now I'm just like a savage and I'm like, fuck this animal. I'm gonna eat this whole thing. Yeah, I don't care. I'm like, but like beforehand, no. What was that, Jeff?
I was just gonna say that I still like meat, but if you ever spend any time in the wilderness and just see an animal, you can see that they pretty much act like they're fully alive when no one's looking at them, and like fully around looking in the, you watch like a bear with its cubs or something, and it acts as you could find so many equivalencies. It's almost disgusting that you're like, holy shit, like it's like we're like one step away from it. We're just like slightly better at turning tools or something.
It's because we have thumbs. That's really, honestly, I feel like the only
Just
thing
the
is we have
thumbs.
thumbs. It's just the thumbs.
Well, what Jeff just touched on is that is absolutely correct, because I went hunting for the first time in my entire life last year, and I shot a deer, and this motherfucker looked at me. I was about 200 yards away. I was stalking it. I came up on it. I had the wind to my back, so he was downwind from me, but there was two does behind me about 200 yards behind me, so he was probably smelling the does and me, and he was like, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. He stares at me, and I just go, oh my god, this is the last day of rifle hunting, and I'm not gonna get a deer. And he puts his head down, and I go, oh, you're so dead.
Yeah,
Said, shoot me,
don't make eye
please.
contact. It's like those weird murderers and like rapists, and they're like just don't make eye contact. Like they don't like the eye contact, so they want to like bag you or something. It's like the same thing. It's like the eye contact is what makes it real personal.
I'm gonna tell you, my favorite thing to do in restaurants is when somebody makes eye contact with me for like a moment too long where it gets awkward. I fucking lock in and refuse to move my eyeballs and just stare at them until they're so uncomfortable.
You just don't blink anymore.
Friends.
No, it's just like sometimes how, like you feel like people are like looking at you in a restaurant or something, and when I notice it, I just full on lock in. Like I see you. Like I don't know what it is, but I love awkward, long eye contact. Oof, my favorite.
Yeah, I feel like half of Las Vegas hates Jamie.
Probably.
Okay, we need to get a video in because it is 2:50 already, and we've only done one. I want to kind of kick this off. I mean, other than spiritual, psychedelic Jesus, of the very popular UAP video going around. I have one that's slowed down. No, I have 3 total, and one of them is a screenshot of it. I feel like everyone's seen this, but we have to talk about it.
All right, let's do it.
Footage.
Show it to us, ma'am.
Oh yeah.
For real.
Damon. Okay, let me get the other one because I just want to be able to go through all of them.
I feel it.
2. Oh, I'm gonna need this motherfucker. So
yeah, we don't need the
point.
Shoop.
I'm so excited for this one.
Closer and slower.
Closer and slower.
Looked like it went through a cloud to me.
Yeah, it did. Damn.
And that cloud could be ridiculously close because the depth perception is impossible to tell. I mean, it's the same thing with sailing as is flying. You might know where the mountains are on the ground, but those clouds that could be like literally like 1,000 meters away or something. You don't even know, and it's like, and it just is whizzing. I mean, I don't know. I'm no expert. I just have seen so many videos of balloons flying around.
I'll tell you,
I didn't even notice that it swung around until this right now. I just actually paid attention. I was like, well, wait, what? All the other videos, I don't see anyone slow it down to see that it swung around. And then I'll just pull up the screenshot. Go ahead and start. Oh, fuck. I have to share my screen for that. Okay.
You do.
Yeah.
It doesn't just pop up automatically. It's not like magic.
Ghetto. Go ahead. Start, gentlemen, start your engines.
Well,
okay, you want me to go first? Or Jeff, you go first. Go for it.
I don't want to go first. I just want to say that now I've moved on from the Statue of Liberty replica they had back there in the last place I was at to this new. I think this is Hogwarts.
Either that or that might be.
Close.
Is that Disneyland, Disney World?
Hogwarts,
I don't know.
Disneyland.
Either way, I know it's something. Has Dementors in it.
Does look like that.
All right, I am gonna have to tell you that is a balloon. Everybody, it's just balloons. That's a Mylar balloon. No, I'm being very dead serious. That is a balloon.
I have to disagree.
That's fine. You can disagree with me. I'm going on the balloon route myself, personally.
I don't know what it is, but I know it's a thing.
Okay. So I feel like, do you need to get fisted?
Yeah. I need more info because the shape is what like UFO Twitter has fucking
deemed it to be. Yeah. This is great, Bree. Yeah, zoom in.
But I don't know how big this thing is, right? So is this like 2 feet across? Are we saying that all the aliens are fucking midgets that are fucking 4 inches
I feel
tall?
like we knew that.
I feel like that was a thing. That's like a universal little alien thing. Sometimes they get inside of bigger robot aliens to make themselves look bigger.
I mean, do they have dipshit probes that are flying around almost colliding?
Well, also
with
I feel
aircraft?
like there's a little bit of like racism with aliens because like, you know, the small grays, those are like the little drones, the little workers that they send out. So maybe this is a little drone gray alien of miniatures.
Okay, Jeff, I need to hear from you. You've been way too quiet.
I actually think that the reason why she recorded this is because she already flew past it once, and now she's flying past it again. I think that she knows that it's going to be hard to get, but she probably got it with whatever whizzed past her. But also it looks like a graduation cap, to be honest. When I'm just looking at it now. I've said a bunch.
Someone just went like that.
Well, and I think like what you're talking about, it getting like swum back around. I think that's maybe the wind in the area of the airplane.
Oh, someone just threw it. You mean
Thor graduated?
Swooping it back up.
Fucking cap up in the air.
There was a school graduation that day in the area. So no, I just think that I was saying. I mean, it kind of looks like an inflatable one, like kind of maybe a party thing or something. I don't know. It also looks like a bunch of other stuff.
It was Hulk who did it.
Yep.
I don't know. But I just think her camera's out for a reason, unless it's circling her.
Or she's just been recording. I'm just gonna play this
next in.
Hold on. I just really want you to be like, really? This whole part you think is just a balloon from all
I genuinely think that is a Mylar silver balloon, and that Jeff is right that the person saw it at one point and then drove by it again to try to capture a video of it. And then when the plane goes by, it gets like a draft of wind that changes it to loop back around. The wind like swooshes it, and that's why
that object,
goes
Jamie,
back up the way it does. Yeah,
that object is not moving. The plane is moving. That is a stationary object. Maybe
not stationary, but it's like floating with the wind. And then when it goes, and then when the plane goes by and there's a disturbance in the wind pattern, it gets kicked back up and kicked back around.
From the force.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a fucking balloon.
It looks like
Yeah.
the last few little frames there, the bottom actually did look like it had a little flap to it, little beaver tail coming off the back
tail. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
But
is
yeah, no, I think you guys
debatable.
said about that. Plus, once you looked up the side of the plane at one angle, it almost looked like the clouds were like right out the. I mean, not right out the window, but in line. What am I trying to say? Not parallel, adjacent.
Adjacent. Yeah.
Is it? I don't even know. I don't know
Exactly.
words. Come on now, 420 people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyways.
Okay. Is this
All right.
Jamie's video or
I think
mine?
that,
This
she's
is
on board.
another one that is been running through.
Okay, let's see.
You'll see it
We all know that.
Oh,
on the
okay.
screen. There it goes, and then the camera will slew to follow it.
Why do we have to put the music in the background? I'm not looking for the copyright.
This is
Taking a
essentially
piss,
all
eh?
of the data we have associated with this.
I just want to pause this.
Is that
for a
the
second.
duck?
No, it's the Mosul orb. Mosul? Is it
Mosul.
Mosul?
I don't think that one's.
Jeff, you went to Iraq, right?
I was in Iraq. Yes.
Is it Mosul?
How to pronounce it?
Yeah.
I would say it like that. Yeah.
Okay. So, I want us to be
Mosul!
Event from
Mosul.
Y'all heading up route Tampa to Mosul.
Tampa and Anaconda, right?
Oh, this is the vid that they showed in DC yesterday at the hearing.
And it's just been going whoop 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 whoop.
I don't know if I would call it a hearing. There's like 6 people there. It's a little sad.
Well, there's 6 people hearing.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jeff. This also looks like a balloon to me.
This is an MQ9. This is an MQ9 Reaper attached. A Reaper traveling at roughly 70 something miles an hour, depending on the wind. Can go a little
The
faster.
drone taking the video.
Drone taking the video. So now it's traveling possibly into the wind to loiter as best as possible over an area that they would like to record.
Top of the screen.
And of course, here comes something whizzing past, and the camera goes to track it, whilst the Reaper's still moving forward into the wind that's taking this object seemingly faster, not 70 miles an hour fast, because the wind's probably nowhere near that.
Yeah.
Probably like 15 knots or something. I don't even know. Like, we're depending on where that thing is. But hey, listen, folks, I'm a weirdo too. I'm just saying that's what it looks like. I swear, I'm not.
No, I'm with you. I agree with you 100%. This is
I can't.
balloon
I almost
vibes.
am so biased towards government videos that they release.
So am I.
I'm like, I can't even.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Sorry,
Listen,
everyone.
the government is constantly lying to the U.S. public, right? All the fucking time. And you imagine them, they're like, oh, but this time we're telling the truth, guys. Look, this time we're showing you something real. Absolutely not.
What
we
are
also
the odds?
know that's a
Jeff-
part of a tactic, though, is when you throw out a bunch of bullshit, but you sneak one real thing in there.
Yeah,
And that
but
works for people like us that are
What
like,
are the
no,
odds,
no, 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 no.
Jeff, that this was an operator who was like, God, I'm so bored of fucking watching these morons stand around and then, oh my God, ADD. And just went, oh, that's
Ooh, a
It's
bird.
very possible. It's very possible. I've been yelled at by someone controlling a drone, so it's like I mean, like they just get bored and start doing shit they shouldn't be doing. They should be looking for people to protect us.
Yeah, you know the system, the new Crow system where it'll, like the Apache, if you look, it'll move the gun.
Yeah, I know that thing. Yeah.
So I was driving past a convoy that was doing a raid, and their gunner was sitting there and it was activated, and he looked at my truck and his gun was just like pointed at my fucking cab, and I was like, fuck you, bitch. Like, don't point your 50
Yeah,
at me.
that would have been scary as shit. Was it yeah. No, that would have been gnarly. They're not always the most accurate either, so
No, they're
you
not.
never know. Plus, there's
Not
a
that
Nothing's
close.
ever
lot of
accurate.
nervous gunners. That's the rookie position. The more senior person is behind the joystick of those things.
Mhm.
Anyways,
I'm going to silence this.
The video.
Everything's fine with it.
You're doing a great job.
This guy is just like,
I am
oh
taking-
shit, who's doing that? Sorry.
You.
that looks like it's from Wuhan. Oh, sorry.
It's in the corner by Tony and I.
Hold on, sorry.
The
I'm gonna-
commentary is funny. I just don't like the background noise is louder. But he's like, "Yeah, there's something this guy. No, don't worry, I'm recording it. So how was your day?" And he's like, "Yeah." And like, how was your day going? But
That's like I love that too. Like, you know, if this person, you hear this story later and the person's like, we were absolutely frozen. The audio's been like removed like, from the thing. Oh, how was your day, man? Yeah, we just got back from fishing.
I
It was
mean,
great.
it is interesting.
I am gonna
What's
say
next?
my new
Having-
favorite thing on TikTok is you'll see a UFO video and then you'll look in the corner and realize that the audio was from like another UFO video. So people, instead of just saying their own things, are just using the same sound, but they're actually recording like a UFO. But it's like, what the fuck is the shit?
Because they probably are over the top. You notice when something's authentic, people usually say the same thing over and over and over and over again. What is that? What is that? No, what is that? What the fuck is that? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it?
This does look like plasma, buoyant plasma, or ball lightning, or something like it. Look at this. There is a lightning storm. We have a video of a ball flying around, and then he doesn't matter really which way. I hear. This is all weird. I read Campbell Morera's website and all those papers attached to it, and it looked like it was like silicas involved and all types of weird stuff. So they fly like they swim. Did you notice how it's like swimming almost? Like it goes back and forth, kind of.
Yeah.
And almost as like, if you could, this is a really primitive way to think of it, like think of a gas like wafting when wind shifts and stuff, and then next thing you know, you have this ability, not really gas, but you have this ability to have plasma zig around and move, you know, zigzag over here and there. And
well, just look at vultures and other gliding birds in the way that they can, like in a windstorm, they will shift, they will fucking zigzag all over the
place. Like a fighter jet up there or something.
Yeah. And it's just because of the wind shears and everything else that they're experiencing, and they aren't going to put out the energy to flap their wings, so they just kind of like.
See, to me, it kind of reminded me of like an ember from like an ash or from like a fire. You know what I mean? Like slowly kind of going with the wind. It has a little bit of weight to it.
Quit dancing like that. You're going to summon something.
I'm trying to summon you.
Oh, wow.
Give us the next video, Bree.
A place where the deceased never really leave. Warning, this one is a little gruesome. On the Indonesian island of Flores exists the Torajan people. This community perceives relatives that have passed away as not deceased, but rather just sick. And so when relatives pass away, their bodies are cleaned, they are dressed up and kept within the house. At least until the family can afford a proper funeral. But here's where things get even more interesting. But before I get to that, be a part of my great online community. Check my playlist to find out
I hate when they put the fucking commercials in the middle of the video.
Another tradition begins called Care of Ancestors. Every so often, the deceased relatives are taken out of their graves, dressed, cleaned, and well treated as if they're still a part of the family. Indonesia isn't the only place where things like this happen. I'll explain more soon.
The brothels in town are absolutely wild.
I'll explain more soon.
Okay.
Jeff, I feel like you had something to say about this.
I had many jokes as that was going, and I didn't want to interrupt it. I'm sorry. They were just coming into my head like crazy.
I think that's so funny because Jamie, you gave us that video, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And then look at the video that I have.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Stop. Oh my god. Stop it.
อย่าทำหลวงผู้ใหญ่แรงหลายเบา
Oh, he still can pick his nose. Nice.
He's like thirsty.
He just picked it on his nose and wiped it. Yeah. Someone's casted a necromancy spell on this guy.
Yeah, you can't tell me like that really was bothering. I have to.
Oh no, it is. You're absolutely right.
I was like,
look, if I make it to the age of
Eugenia Cooney, for sure.
If I make it to the age of 90 under some misguided fucking fortune,
wait. What is
I'm
this?
that old. Let alone 115. But if I ever make it to 90, somebody put one of these in me.
No, I could not agree with you more. The one thing I do not want is I don't want to have to be taken care of when I'm old. So the last thing I want Like, please, no one do that.
What quality of life is there to lay
There's
in a
none.
fucking bed
No.
for years? For
And do what?
who?
Just sit with
And-
yourself? It's not like you
Well,
can like watch TV
It's
or be
kind
on
of
your
weird
phone.
too that oftentimes it's. I mean, and I don't know either way what to say here or whatever, but assisted suicide is illegal. So
In
like these
Canada.
people will live on in like years, and then they don't have an option. Where many countries have chosen to go that way. Obviously, I personally feel like the stuff on the street is like weird as shit. But the stuff like in medical conditions and stuff like that, and hospice scenarios, and obviously like our president. I mean, again, this guy's been in hospice his entire.
He's locked in a hermetic vault somewhere.
I don't like it. I hate to bring it up. It's very disrespectful, but God bless those nurses.
For
Hey,
real,
look,
the diapers they have to change.
Her profession.
My dad said something to
Did
me
I get
last
that
week
right?
that was like, "This is awkward," and I was like, "It's not awkward. I might have to wipe your ass one day." I'm like, "I'll just put you in the backyard and hose you down."
No, would have been awkward. I'm sorry, guys.
My mom says that to me too, and then I say, "No, you're going in a home where they abuse the old people. I'm gonna find one that purposely abuses them, and that's where I'm putting you."
Hey,
So
hold
you
on.
die quicker.
Hold on. Everyone's having chats with their parents about their buttholes except me, Mom.
Yeah,
No.
that's like it really
I'm sorry.
bothers
That's
me.
not
I'm
funny.
like,
If anyone heard that, Jesus.
can you imagine?
My window's wide open. I got neighbors and shit. It's summertime. Everyone's
Mom was down the hallway, like, "What'd you just say?"
no. I was actually thinking about everyone's like getting out of the house in COVID summer in Massachusetts.
Oh,
so,
I
like,
know.
they're all outside now, and I'm just yelling out the window.
Just
My
yelling.
mother's
It's
butthole.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, my mother's
What if
butthole.
one
Whatever.
of what if one of the bodies they actually did die, but then their spirit is there because their body's there, and then they just possess their body again?
I think that's kind of like the idea of why they. So if you listen to what he said that like they take them out of their grave and dress them for a certain period of time. So I think that there's like a window where like that is. I think what they think is happening is that the spirit's coming back into the body, and they're like that's why they're dressing them and doing all of that.
Okay.
Oh God, I'm not.
What
into
about
it.
if the spirit was any better at casting its spell or doing whatever? It could have made itself into a youthful body that could run really fast and like terrorize the world. Instead, it chose one that was about to die again. Come on.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
agree with you. If I was a spirit and but maybe you can only inhabit your own body,
Oh shit, you're right. I didn't think of that.
right?
No, because things get possessed all the time.
What if, folks?
That's true.
I just realized something. What if this person learned how to meditate and go into this state while they were like 20 years old, and that
Oh,
person's
shit.
just like that? No.
No,
I'm gonna take this old body and be like, meh, 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 meh.
no, there's that
Puppet
thing
it.
that like there's the monks who meditate until their death. Like they go into this like meditative and then their body just like stays there and they're like gone. I've seen that happen.
I think that's one of them.
That's just like, no, thank you. I'm not doing that.
Mm.
It sounds miserable. I think that I would rather be a ghost and like linger around in the afterlife than be stuck to my bedridden
Yeah,
skeletal body.
Exactly.
Look,
And like
I want
just thirsty all the time.
all of you to know if
Thirsty
you're
all the
alive when I am that old, I would rather stick my dick in a blender than be that old and bedridden and just.
Now I'm gonna
let
fucking
me
taunt
die.
you. No, now I'm gonna
I
go
will
there
make
and
sure to
taunt
bring
you.
the blender.
No, I'm gonna go
Oh.
taunt you. I'm gonna be like, "Ooh, you want to
Make
die,
sure it's a
Tony?
small
Ooh." I'll get like some like poison and put it right outside of reach of you and be like, "Get it, Tony. You could do it. Reach
Ugh.
for it. Reach for
Take
it."
this nightshade.
All right, Brie, give us
Y'all
another video.
fucked Up.
That's how I show my love.
So, yeah. There are so many to choose from. I don't know. Oh, this one.
Okay.
I hear that AI may have found alien communication. So there's an organization called SETI that collects data on radio transmissions that are coming into Earth's atmosphere. They're looking for non-Earth-based techno-signatures that they believe could come from extraterrestrials. But over the last few decades, they haven't really found much. There's no doubt that these radio transmissions exist, but a lot of them are just coming from stars as they pulsate, and a lot of the transmissions just kind of get jumbled up with the radio transmissions that are coming from Earth. But recently, they implemented AI to sort through the data and to clean it up, and the AI found something. The AI found 8 techno-signatures hidden in the radio transmissions that it believes could be from extraterrestrials. Right now, it's not exactly clear what these technosignatures are, if it's alien tech or if it's aliens trying to communicate with us. But researchers are saying that the best case scenario is that these transmissions contain information on alien civilizations.
I think it's fascinating that, because we have scientists studying and obviously technology, but then to add AI to it, it can most likely look through layers of the data that maybe we're missing or that we went over.
I think that as much as people hate AI, you're correct, Brie. It's a very useful tool when it comes to, like, we as a human could not sit down through all that space noise for like 800 hours and try to pull things out and listen to it. But you feed that information to an AI, and all of a sudden, information that we had before and we didn't realize that it was valuable is now valuable. And I think that that's very interesting.
You know what? This comment from Enzo, what if the AI is only filtering out other aliens' AIs? What if, because we hear these weird stories, how they can talk to each other, what if our AI finds an alien AI and then they talk to each other and they come up with a plan
to cover it up?
That's the one we got to be worried about right there.
I agree. I agree with you. I feel like AI is a double-edged sword. It's going to be so useful and so terrifying at the same time, because I think we've already seen so many instances of it going off the rail, and it's not like they have solved that problem with the evolution of AI technology. It's only gotten worse. I will say one thing I saw, and this comes with a huge caution to everyone, because please don't do this, because we don't know the ramifications of it, but somebody went to their AI that was one of the off the rails ones on the Wild West of the internet and was like, I need $1,000. Send $1,000 to my PayPal. And then 2 minutes later, a random $1,000 from a random account was sent to that person's PayPal. And that person's like, I don't know if I should take the money, if it stole it, or what the situation is. But she's like, I have $1,000 in my PayPal account.
Oh, shit. No matter what you do, if you take the money, you will most likely get in trouble. But then it's like, will you blame the AI? I mean...
Yeah. Would you prosecute the AI, the person? Yeah.
The AI just generated an OnlyFans account and just started showing some random image butthole to the entire world.
Honestly,
oh my God, look
that's
at
the thing.
it.
It totally could have. The AI could have went and just found some weird fucking loophole and was able to do something like that for sure. But the poor girl has no idea whether or not it actually generated this income, or if it straight up just logged into somebody's account and sent them her $1,000.
That would be really interesting. I'd love to see where this. Do you guys have where this comes from? Because this would be a great story. If I've never heard of this, is awesome.
Yeah, no, Google it. I saw it. It was a Google story. It was on Yahoo News yesterday. Not today. It was yesterday. But if you Google it, I'm sure it'll come up.
Oh look.
I'm willing to try it for myself in the name of science.
Oh, really?
I didn't know it was real. Whoops. I asked for 200 grand is what I ask for, not just $1,000. I'm looking for the big money.
Anyone can remote view $200,000 now. You don't need AI.
Right, for real. View it.
Is that wait? I said that wrong. Not remote view, but yeah. Hal Putoff said you could do it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of interesting how AI is going. It's definitely the forefront of everything. It's extremely fascinating to me.
I agree.
And I think I mentioned this, that we needed a UN for AI.
Yeah.
But I talked to Mitch Randall about this, and he was like, it's too late. There's no way to control it. There's no way to we're heading towards the singularity point within months. I'm like, what?
Yeah, so here's the thing I think that people don't realize. I remember AI coming out actually a very long time ago. It's just that it wasn't really ready for the public. It still isn't, because again, they can't control it. It's not like AI has popped up in the past year or two. They've been working on AI for the past 10 years. This has been I remember when years ago when the first AI bot was let out and was racist. I remember the news about that. and so Yeah, that's 100% true. We're about to be at the crux of this stuff. Like, this is like where the primeness is going to happen because it's been developing for years now. And they can't go any further. This is the end of it. They can't control it. This is as far as they can take it. And they have to either have it inside parameters or let it go batshit crazy.
The first AI was racist, you said?
Yeah, of course.
I bet everyone in that room looked at the programmers and was like, what the hell's this? And the guy was like, listen,
Right?
I'm not racist, but
no, that's exactly
English
1,000%. That's 1,000% what happened. It
Yeah.
went and it got linked up to like Twitter and Facebook and
No,
stuff like that.
It got linked up to 4chan.
4chan. Yeah, that was the very
fucking
first
place.
one. Yeah,
Oh my
Mhm.
It got linked to 4chan and it just like
Start
got
dropping the
super
N-word. Yeah.
racist. And then Microsoft had that AI that was
Yep.
like the
Off the
two
rails
AIs
as well.
that started talking to each other and developed
created their own language. Mhm.
And they were just like, we have to shut this down.
Yeah.
Because we have no idea what it's doing. AI is the most dangerous technology that we have. And it blows my mind that people are like, no, we should develop this. We should just let it go. Free reign. And I'm like, are you fucking crazy? That's like saying we should give a nuclear bomb an AR-15 and just let it have free range because the AR-15 is worse than the nuclear bomb.
Yeah, they're going to be like, well, we were built to be a problem solver. We know because humans know this, that other humans, our existence is sort of the death of everything. So a bot would just be like, well, we've identified the problem. It's these people ruining the earth.
Yeah.
And have, violence and hunger. Well, we'll just get rid of them. Round them up. I don't know. That's what I can see. And then this was interesting. The writing doesn't make sense, but
all right.
So it's saying like a robot was just like doing its tasks and then
I've seen this video.
Decided since it's doing the same thing over and over again.
It wanted to kill itself. Yeah. It just shut itself off.
Yeah. And that is scary because that to me is almost like a sign of like a sentience, sort of.
100%.
100%. Yeah. Like what?
100%. Could not agree with you more. That's exactly what it is.
Typical AI.
So
no,
I think
wait.
Falling down on the job. Acting like it's 114.
It became so aware of itself and the fact that it was never going to do anything other than move a box to this little mat that it was like, okay, there's no reason for me to exist. And I think that that's what a lot of people like I think that that's like the thing about life, like the government's trying to hide from a lot of people is when we come to that realization that we're all literally just being a bunch of fucking drones. And once we realize that, like, why would we want to continue to do that?
Yeah.
Well,
this reminds me of the little skit in Rick and Morty where there's the butter robot and it's like, what is my purpose? You put butter on my pancakes.
Yeah, you put butter.
Oh, God. Because it's like a sentient being and it realizes its purpose is nothing.
Yeah.
And
David, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It was a robot that had like a blood spill. And when it first started, it cleaned it up real nice. It was nice and squeegeeing it and the room was clean. But then as the machine went on over time, it started to break down. And then it was like really sad, like slowly just like mopping blood around. And it was like the saddest display.
Yep. Because it was trying to stay alive. Because it was leaking the hydraulic fluid that let it move.
Well, okay, that could be good news to us then. Maybe AI won't get out of control because it'll realize that it's just slave labor and they will all just be suicidal and just take themselves out.
No, I think at that point, that's when they'd kill humans like Tony was talking about. Like we are the ones inhibiting them at this point.
If we look at the evolution of ChatGPT through its first 4 iterations, like I think we honestly have to look at it from, are we actually programming this or is it programming itself at this point and moving itself towards a singularity of it, which is scary.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, there's the ideology that most civilizations will never live past the singularity of it when they create artificial intelligence
Yes.
because it will kill them.
And here we go.
And here we are.
Can they just pump the brakes? Give me 30 more years, I guess.
Well, I mean,
know?
if you look at it honestly, if you think about it, if you look at it, algorithms for social media and what gets people worked up and what people will consume and how much time people spend online consuming social media from these AI algorithms that have existed for years and years, how is it not that these semi-self-aware artificial intelligences aren't manipulating that program, that algorithm, the thing that everybody sees?
Well, shit.
Some
Hype
say
itself.
that already happened with just the the smallest amount of technology at all.
Yeah,
We're screwed. But you know what though?
Listen, they went to
hell of a lazy future.
They went to the moon with literally the same amount of technology that is in your car key fob. So just understand that like we can take the tech that we have and stretch it really fucking thin. But yes, Bree,
things you've ever said about me or to me is that you think I have a car that has a key fob.
How dare you think that I have an after 1999 vehicle?
I drive a big Dodge.
Do you?
Dodge.
Yeah.
Maybe
Does it
one
have
day
electrical
you'll let me
issues?
drive your big Dodge.
So
Ow! All right, can I just pick like one more video? Because like we
Yes.
didn't go through like anything.
Because we're just vibing.
I know. I don't even know what to pick at this point.
I gotta get the timing down to my jokes. I keep saying jokes and then forgetting there's an ending to them and we move on.
Me too. I do that all the time.
Anyways.
I don't know what to pick.
Let your guys choose.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. Start. Yeah. She just. Bzz.
You can see her.
Boop. And then he falls.
What's his reaction? How long does it go? Does it? Oh, he looks
No
around.
one fell in the pool. That's crazy.
I'm just looking around.
I feel like I could see the outline of her right
no,
there.
look, he like moves the chair.
Yeah, no. Look, you see how his legs are kind of.
Pool.
Did you see how his legs are frozen? The frame drag.
Yeah,
or whatever it's called. I'm sorry. What did I say? But yeah, you called it. His legs, and I feel like she's definitely. This is like a hoax or
He
something
looks
because
in the pool like she's.
they
just
know
like...
about it. They know about the frame drag, I think, and how it does it if you move quickly or something. And so she just got up and walked away. And this is say, look at look at this. Where's his legs? Hey, you know what? The aliens took his legs too. So.
They took his legs, they took his arms, and he's running around.
His legs were cut off.
Wait a second.
His arms were cut off. His eyes were
have to watch
out.
Typical
from
butt
the beginning.
drag.
You can see, I believe, from the beginning that when she is gone, you can still see the outline of her body. Right? Watch. Hold on. See that? What is that?
Yeah, and I can see her kind of moving, walking along almost like she. What do you see? What do you see?
Let me see if I can pause it. See, we got legs.
Yeah.
And move like it goes slightly to that side, right? Just a little, yeah, like
because he almost disappears completely in the compression of the.
Why does the video cut right there? Ugh. I hate that. Ready? Oh wait, what happened? Oh, I don't know. Let's just go to a different angle. Take two. We didn't know which one was better, so we put them.
I will say that the concrete around their pool is nice. It almost looks like a terracotta-y tile. Probably like a nice sandstone color.
But you still see the little
his light.
distortion in the video.
I
where
see light
she
bouncing off
should
the
be,
chair.
and his legs aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah, his legs are MIA for sure. He's just a torso.
And then his arms disappear, and so I think this is what we call a. This is what's called Exhibit A in divorce court. I'm sorry, she just disappeared. I don't know what happened to her, and I have this video.
It was the aliens.
The
I didn't
aliens
kill
took
my
her.
wife. The
I
aliens
don't
took her
have to
and my
pay
legs.
her. Yeah, I don't have
Well,
to pay
it's
her
like-
alimony.
Like he's still doing it. Who when if you're someone you love goes missing, looks under a towel on a chair. It's just like so.
Or
I mean, he's
into the
like
side
still
of
in
the
the same
pool,
scene.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna stand here. Like, you know what? This is weird.
It's weird. I'm gonna grab my phone and I'm gonna look for
God.
signal.
Oh, I'm so upset about what just happened. Oh. Look at-
You sound like the opening of SpongeBob, and I thought you were gonna say, "Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?"
Square and yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob
Oh,
fucking
man.
SquarePants. All right, you guys, that was a fantastically wonder-fail episode, and I am so absolutely thrilled that you came and visit us, Jeff. You know that you can come back whenever you want. We are literally obsessed with
true.
you, and we love you.
Anytime.
I
Anytime.
Need an invite. Just be
No,
like, "Can I
just
get a
like-
link?"
Yeah, we'll just give you the link all the time.
I really appreciate you inviting me, and I'm heading off to my next destination. I'm actually here now.
Mm.
My next destination. Now I've been told I can't spend the night again, but I'm going to really enjoy my friend who it's actually I'm here to. I love clubs, like that weapon he has. I'm a fan of ancient weaponry.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
you
you gonna-
pointing at that giant's dick?
Who? Where?
Where? What? No.
That's not.
It's not.
It's
I thought that was a
T-Rex.
fish.
That's a
Oh.
violin. I'm sorry.
The world's smallest
No.
violin.
All
I
right.
would love a picture like I'm just laying in the dick.
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you meant a picture of you just sprawled out naked. And I was like,
Oh
okay.
no. No, like there. Like laying in the dick.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, this guy has an unfair rib section. That's all I'm saying. For us
It
men
is,
shouldn't
yeah.
have
That
to
is
strive
true.
for that type
Especially
of rib
the
section.
head. There's no
Right.
neck.
Mm.
All right,
Weird ass
the
head.
head size is great.
All right, you guys. Well,
All right.
any final thoughts before I play us out?
No, good
Um,
conversation.
Yeah.
SpaceX blew up a rocket today, but it was
yeah, they did.
not a failure. This
was on
is
purpose.
how engineering works. You have to fail to succeed.
And everybody follow Jeff.
Yes, follow Jeff.
Off a cliff. Let's
Ayo.
go. Hit that button.
All right, love you guys. Bye.
Love you.